So apparently something happened like 10 minutes after I went to sleep last night. Chris Godwin suffered a really severe ankle dislocation injury. It was pretty gross looking, so I wouldn't rewatch the video, to be honest, if I was you. He basically suffered the ankle dislocation, which can affect one of three malleolus. You have the medial malleolus there, you have the lateral malleolus there, and you have the posterior malleolus up there. The issue happens when this ankle mortise joint loses its form. It's usually like a trapezoid, but you can see there it's shifted significantly out of place, destabilizing the entire ankle joint. So when that happens, we talked about how it's really low down. They do need to plate the fibula. They also need to throw some pins in the tibia. One, if it's only a bimalleolar fracture, meaning the medial malleolus or the posterior malleolus is fractured, but they could have to put in two if it's a trimalleolar fracture. You also have to worry about the ankle ligaments. Those can also be injured. That can further complicate the surgery. But overall, Chris Godwin is unfortunately done for the season, and honestly, I would be really concerned for his dynasty prospect. These trimalleolar or bimalleolar fractures are really hard to recover from, so I wouldn't really expect him to be doing much most of next season either. So Mike Evans is obviously out for this game, and to be honest, he's obviously out for next week, but I'm also concerned he's going on injured reserve. He was playing through a hamstring injury. Typically, these take about 3 to 4 weeks to recover from, even in grade 1. So with them aggravating in grade 1, you can expect that that'll be an even longer recovery. The reason why hamstring strains take so long is because that tendon extends very deep into the muscle. So it's got a significant tendon to muscle ratio, which makes it a higher risk for longer recovery compared to other muscles. Everyone who watches me already knows that there's 2 nerves that innervate the hamstring, as well as it crossing 2 joint lines, which also makes it a higher risk for injury. But if you haven't followed me that long, then you might not know the most effective way to rehab the hamstring muscles is to do these eccentric exercises, which means that you're lengthening the muscle under controlled resistance. So the hallmark of hamstring rehab for exercises is called the Nordic hamstring curl, which you can see here. You start off in that flex position and then you slowly go down. If you're not able to do it without any kind of help, then you can also put resistance bands around your chest, and that allows you to lower yourself at a more controlled rate. But Mike Evans likely going to go on injured reserve in my opinion.